Are you a health worker, such as a nurse or a doctor, but you have found many difficulties in order to get your English exam that allows you to have your license in the US? Keep on watching this video because today I will explain you how to deal with these struggles and these problems regarding the English exam. I have worked with lots of health workers, and usually they have three common problems that do not allow them to have their English certificate. So let's start talking about the first common issue that people like you find when facing an English exam. The first and most common issue that health workers face is choosing the right exam. You have different options: TOEFL, IELTS, MET, OET, and usually people choose TOEFL or IELTS. And these exams are the most academic ones. So, if you're familiarized with this type of vocabulary, like in an academic environment, because probably you have studied high school or college in English, it's awesome and it's a great way to go. On the other hand, if you just know English because you have lived in the US or because you have learned in a traditional way, I would say that it's better to go for a different type of exam. It could be like an MET, which just evaluates your English in a general way. You won't have like those academic lectures. You might have some conversations regarding people, for example, renting a house, renting a car, probably asking for some suggestions if you're going to buy a laptop, some general conversations. And the reading part is something similar. You won't have those kind of hard readings. You may have something like more general. So choose an exam that matches with your abilities, with your knowledge, and your performance in English. The second problem usually health workers have is to find some time to prepare between long shift schedules and family, among other responsibilities. You may not find too much time available to do some practice and to gain some knowledge which is needed in order to be successful in the exam. And all of these obligations make you feel sometimes that it's impossible to get ready for an exam which requires your attention and time. But what if I tell you that it's possible to get ready for an English international exam using just 1 or 2 hours to get ready? We have a program in which we ask our students to use just 1 or 2 hours. It could be your lunchtime, it could be your time during the bus, it could be at any time that you choose, in order to get to know strategies, tips, and obviously the conditions of the exam. We have a program which can help you in just 1 or 2 hours daily get a successful score. Get the score you need to continue with your license in the US. So if you feel we can help you, we can be that solution, contact us. However, that's not the last struggle that usually health workers face. There is one more. This is the third struggle health workers face. And the struggle number 3 has to do with specific skills health workers need to improve. Usually, in the requirements of the board, they require you to have a minimum in speaking. Usually, that's super common. And you may have some difficulties about writing. So it's super important to pay attention to these two skills. It might be familiar to you that you know English, you have the words in your mind, but at the moment of speaking, you don't know how to do it. Probably you get stressed or you get too anxious, and at the moment of speaking, you have everything, but you can just spit it, you can just say it, and it's quite common. But there is a solution for this situation of feeling like overwhelmed, and it is to practice. You need to practice. But some people say, well, I practice English. Well, it's different if you practice English with a peer, with someone who can help you, even with an English teacher, than practicing with strategies and focus on the exam. Any type of exam, TOEFL, IELTS, MET. If you have a strategy, if you have a structure, and you know what to do, it would be easier to get ready for an exam. Even if you don't speak too much, it would be possible because what you need to know is strategies. So, in order to be better in writing or speaking, what you need to have are structures. You need to create a structure of an introduction, of a body paragraph or a body to say something in speaking and later to arrive to a conclusion. If you have a clear structure, you will do much better in speaking and in the writing part. And if you want to know what strategy, what is the structure I'm talking about, just keep on watching the next video. And over there, I will explain you the strategy and structure you can use in order to answer well your questions in the exam. But if you feel you are ready to start our course in which you have live classes, strategies, and material to work, feel free to contact us. We are ready to start helping you to get the score you need in order to continue with your license in the US. See you in the next video. Bye bye.